special too. So they got, it's a shopping spree for both teams. Because Echo now gets their signature heroes instead.
Now they rely on comfort to try to get the deal done this time around. It's also what gave them the win against AP Red. Against the tournament favorites, they went for comfort. Sanford on the Benedetta, a playmaking hero, a mechanical hero.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away of jumping into the Land of Dawn. For the second game in this best-of-5 series, into the Land of Dawn we go. For the second game, RSG PH and Echo PH. Who will be able to get the second game? Can Echo come back from this 1-0 deficit?
Ooh, 3 Brave Smites for the side of RSG. Sustain it really is the way to win for them.
What is the 3 members of Echo in the middle? They're still not addressing the light rotation on the XP lane. I don't want to see it now. They're not gonna answer it. See, okay. So that's really the rotation.
And Sanford definitely gonna be punished by this, man. Even though he doesn't fall here, or maybe he might. But Petrify used up a battle spell very early on, and he loses a lot of his HP.
How did you predict that?
I
How
don't
did you know?
Because they've done it 3 times already. I think RSG are gonna keep on doing it until they lose, you know, until somebody figures it out. And Echo it kind of feels like they're not even addressing that situation. They just, the answer is just burn the Petrify. You're okay with it. Wait for your timing again. But that means that the lane was frozen. Actually, he might miss out on 1 EXP card.
Okay, bit of an early, very slow early game, as we are not really used to seeing this kind of early game. RGPH usually is able to get some more pressure down in that stage, but it seems like for both, they're just really going to bank on that first neutral objective battle. And for the in-game emblems, aside from the 3 Brave Smites, is there anything else that's interesting?
Guess none. I mean,
Wait,
typically
3 or 4 Wilderness Blessings as well, by the way, for RSG.
they want to push up top again, but now Sanford has recovered. He will be able to collect the 2 catapults that he aims to get, and Sanji is also in here, so they can help out. There's a lot of focus on RGPH up top.
And Echo as well, they responded over. They know it's going to be the neutral objective that they're trying to fight for. Galtizi gets checked. It's a half. Now going in onto Nats, knocking him up with a taunt as well. That's a lockdown. Nats has already used the ultimate earlier. Light now with the spatial migration. Echo gotta respect this. And so they do. But so does RSG. They know Nats is a bit too low. They need to wait for these cooldowns and these resources.
And it looks like the reset of the neutral objective. Meanwhile, below, what? Iman nearly gets taken down with the crossbow of Toe that actually is able to connect from Benny QT. But what's going on here?
Minute Fury, oh, it's a combo in with a Requiem, but it's still gonna be Sanford who gets the kill with Sanji as well, and the Turtle. The San duo setting up for the GOAT to pick up a newt.
My God, they hit 3 of the members of RSGPH. There's no chance for them to get out of that, and surely Echo will be very happy about that. The delay, the reset on the Turtle. RSGPH might be scratching their heads after doing that to Echo, because now they were duly punished.
That's a 2K gold lead for Echo because of that 3-0 trade. And even Carl, once again, going to be able to pick up that neutral objective, that Turtle. And with this, is there anything that we need to keep an eye out on, especially with like item power spike?
Yeah, second item for, I think 3 items for Benny QT is what you need to look out for. And Sanford, I wonder what his first item will be. Seen different kind of approaches from the teams. Durance for Sanji, the Valentina. It's very, very early though, so I cannot blame him for doing that. Eventually, the damage will not be that good, but you remove the sustain coming out from Aqua at the early stages. That will be really good for the team fight of Echo.
JP wants to go in. That's a good knockup onto DK. Galtizi with a bit of a follow-up, but the spatial migration connects onto it. The Abrasive Wrath used instantly. And Ultimate Fury, flicker combo, the hard guard used in, but he still is going to be bursted down. JP puts the hammer down and takes the kill onto Demon Kite as RSGPH are forced back in the 4th minute of the game.
So different to the outcome that we saw in game number 1, where it was Demon Kite being able to roam around the map, but here Galtizi is actually looking for more onto light. He's able to get away for now, but again, right? Demon Kite already being punished twice in the first 4 minutes of the game, unable to get any hold of these neutral objective takes. Echo completely controlling it, despite me personally thinking that RGPH with this lineup with Demon Kite, with Aqua as well, they would be able to roam around a lot quicker. So why is it that Echo's holding that control?
The little bird, man. I don't know about him. Spatial migration coming down with the Requiem as well. JP gonna be locked up in the Petrify there, not used up just yet. Sanford looks for the right time, but it's only just one. JP taken down. Nats in the mid lane, crossbow tank, good flicker out, but it's now going to be placed onto Iman, a gold laner. It's Echo who lose a member, but it's overall RSGPH who lose more HP.
Demon Kite is level 7. RTZ might want to wait for level 8, but he still fights.
A good taunt. Both teams disengaging. Demon Kite already resetting with that orange buff. Now back to half HP, but both teams do not want to look for a commitment.
Yeah. They want to go and get level 8 for both of their junglers. And of course, the mid lane being pushed out. Sanford doing the right play this time. I think the turtle dance is now going to be heavily in favor of Echo.
Seems like RG just gave up on the turtle, just opening it up bit by bit, but DK, shield unity. He doesn't want to give up on this one. Carl TZ gets a good knock-up and a taunt, but Nats is able to fend off from an engage. Now it's Sanford. It tries to zone. Yeah, it should be free here for Echo. Carl TZ doesn't even need to go with the retreat to secure it.
I'm not used to these team fights, these mind games. You must be super used to it, but light goes in.
Requiem and a spatial migration. Carl TZ is actually taking the turret aggro and will just get melted down. Demon Kite picks the kill up, and he's a level ahead of Carl now.
But the question is, what is he able to do with that kill, right? Sure, he's able to get a pick off to Carl TZ. Oh, Benny Cutie.
Very aggressive maneuver right now. Is he going to be knocked up by a spatial migration? 1 HP. Benny Cutie still able to survive with the Minions Fury coming down. Benny Cutie looking for all the weakness points. My God, gets out. Wow.
Wow. I think that both roamers and supports are doing a great job for their own marksman, right? But Benny Cutie.
What?
So low.
But he's still alive, and Light is not able to find that kill. But Echo aren't able to find any kills either unless Sanford rotates. That's a taunt. Now Light, still able to dash away. Carl TZ takes him down with a quick stab with that first kill.
I'm liking this. I mean, even with RSG are trailing by 2,000 in the early stages, you would automatically assume that they will not be fighting. But they are actually forcing out the 1-1 in the early stage with a Claude. And this is the benefit of having the Angela. But then again, RSGPH, they still have to solve this. And Echo, both of the team's supports are doing a great job, like protecting their marksmen. So I'm very excited. Now, can we fast forward to the late game and see how they team fight? Because I think that's how that's going to be very electric. You know,
it's hinting towards that for sure. And Aman still able to get out with the BMI, but Sanford again on this Benedetta 102 so far. Do you think that he might be that X factor for Echo later on in these team fights?
Everybody's going to be an X factor for sure. But yeah, I think that they're key heroes. I think that every hero in this particular game can change the tides of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Even the Angela. The right amount of hard guard. And the Claude, of course, a win condition kind of hero.
Oh, Nats though, given enough space. Crossbow tank used up now with Minions Fury. Nats able to dodge away from that one. Goes in for a re-engage with the help of the hard guard. Light and Demon Kite going for the back line. Demon Kite with the shield unit now only locking JP down, but he's able to quick around now. Sanji maneuvering on, getting a terrifying on the 3 members. Nats still able to survive for a bit, but Sanford comes in as a 3-man Petri, and Demon Kite and Light should be falling down to the Appraiser's Wrath, and another Sanford picks up a triple and gets out with 1 HP.
What did I tell you? What did I just say before that engage? Sanford now instantly 4-0-2, but amazing play by Sanford on his signature hero, but I gotta give props to Carl TZ. He made Aman a complete non-factor in that teamfight because he was able to zone him away in that mid lane. The perfect setup for Echo.
Oh, well done coming out from Echo, particularly their marksman as well as Sanford with a 3-man Petrify. One thing that we can actually anticipate from both teams is that they are not going to use their battle skills just for nothing. Like, even if they see like a good opening, they will not immediately pick it up. They are going to be looking for the right moment to activate it. And that's what literally Sanford did.
Jeez.
Good touch coming out from Nats, JP as well. But they know that eventually they have to wait for the right moment. I mean, Sanford could have activated the Petrify earlier on, but
Yeah.
he waited for Light because Light could turn things around. Then found Demon Knight, gets a triple. Smart plays coming out from the members of Echo.
Comfort heroes, man. Power picks from Echo, just really proving that they don't need necessarily a big hero pool. All they need is heroes that they're used to, that they know the ins and outs of, and this is the advantage that they're getting. I mean, Sanford in a 2v1 right now.
Eye for an eye, getting out, Blazing Duet with the Petrify. Now Sanford trying to cancel it out. He's bought enough time for the bottom lane, for the Lord to come crashing down, and Benny to get a free turret, tier 2. In the mid lane as well, it's going to be Echo. Final slash, whoa, by Sanji there. A bit of a sweep to Natalia.
They caught him. That's an important one. Unfortunately, Echo will not be able to push, and they will be disciplined about this. They know that they can. They already took out all of the outer turrets, and they also forced out the divine defense, holy defense of the turrets. That's the passive of the turrets for the 12-minute mark. So they're
Holy defense,
pretty happy.
HD.
Yep, the
Like the
HD.
game.
Who's such a nerd?
But that's so good though. Now we finally know what it is. We've been saying it for so long.
What do you call Lord's
Ultimate?
dash?
charge?
The charge.
Oh, the charge?
What is it?
Take a guess.
The holy charge.
It's pretty boring. It's third dash.
Oh my,
Okay.
dude. I'll just call it a charge.
Yeah, the charge sounds better.
Either or, Echo still holding this 8K gold lead in the 11th minute of the game. Despite what we saw in game number 1, this is a very different turnout as to what we saw. Echo really just claiming back control on, I would say, individual performances.
Yeah.
From Carl, from Benny, even Sanford making that play. Sanji has been huge as well, and JP has been really good
Yep.
on the Minotaur.
I agree. JP, he's doing a lot for his team. He's defending his marksman. He's giving the vision. He's surviving and baiting the opponents. And most importantly, the setup. Specifically, the first turtle fight, the 4-man or 3-man Minoan Fury gave so much of a momentum for Echo to work with. And now they're leading by 8,000. But then again, RCPH, they have been in this spot before.
Oh, the timing on the spatial migration, but now it's a stolen hard guard from Sanji. It's literally the San duo.
Wow.
Not the Sansan duo!
Takes the light out of RSG.
Exactly, that entire movement, that entire rotation coming in was negated. RSGPH, they were banking on having one member off the board, and it failed them just because of that. Echo now with an uncontested Lord in this 12th minute of the game.
Free Lord just because of one copy hard guard coming off Sanji. And now Echo is definitely very comfortable with this game. I'm thinking about like what the comeback is for RGPH. It still is initiation coming out from Light, damage coming out from Eman. When it comes to their defense though, I'm not entirely convinced about their wave clear. It's not as strong as something like a Marsa, Xavier. They do have the Claude, but they kinda need to get up close and personal. And of course, Aqua's damage as the mage is not as strong as typical mages.
That was the consequence of picking up the
Yes,
Angela in the
that's
mid
right.
lane, right?
That's right.
I don't think they were banking on being on the defense too quickly, but here we are. That range is gonna suffer.
Oh, Nats is brought back all the way by a final slash from Sanji, but now it's called Tizzy, who gets the same treatment all the way inside of the base now, getting the healing as well, getting a good time with Benny. goes in as well for a lot of damage. That's Minus Fury knocking up Demon Kite and
Benny?
Benny Cutie on the crossbow. Tang will finish off Nats, and now it's another light in the base. The base is wide open, opened up by the likes of Echo. There's a spatial migration connecting on the 3 right now, as that's a triple kill for Benny. In game number 1, we saw a triple kill and a maniac from RSG. This game, we'll just see a triple, but it's Echo getting back 1-1, equalizing in this series.
The Echoes strike back in game number 2 with a dominant performance, I would say, from the early game, right? That initial snowballing that we saw from RSG, that we saw in game number 1, was not there. And I gotta say, forcing Nats without his Paquito on an Arlet, that effect that he usually has, that distraction effect on controlling the neutral objectives, controlling the team fights even, it wasn't there. That presence from Nats wasn't there.
And Aqua no fearless.
I wanted to point it out. There's a lot of like comfort that was taken out from RSG Philippines. And I would say though, Arlet is a hero that Nats can play. Aqua obviously can play the Angela.
Yeah.
I mean, who can't, right? But the thing is, it's not comfort on the hero itself only, but comfort in the playstyle.
Yep.
You can see
Exactly.
that